Good afternoon, everybody. Going to go over our Forex trades for today, Monday, December 15th. Great day, best day in a long time. We had some good trades last night and some good trades this morning. This morning we woke up to find that the Russian ruble is collapsing. It traded at over $60, or I should say 60 rubles to $1 US, the highest it's ever traded, or at least since the devaluation of the ruble way back when. Things are getting kind of hairy around the world, so we'll see what we get as the week continues. We do have the Fed meeting later this week. That could stir the pot up a little bit. I probably doubt that they'll do much or say much other than what's expected, although you never know. It's, obviously not going to do anything with interest rates, but it all depends on their wording. But we'll go over that more when they have their announcement. I believe it's a 2-day meeting this week. Let me just confirm it. Yes, it is. The announcement is on Wednesday, so it's a 2-day meeting this month. So anyway, we had 5 trades, pulled out 56.5 pips, and we'll go over them here. US dollar, Japanese yen was the busiest. We had 3 trades in this. The first trade, we were short this 118.297. Again, all these trades were either announced ahead of time or given by our indicator. We were short this 118.297. This was last night. It came in as soon as we got it short. It just came in hard. We covered half right around the figure. You know our thoughts on the figure. So we covered half at 118.037. And we wanted to see if the other half would break the figure, which it did. We covered the other half 117.916. And it did trade all the way down to 117.80, actually into the 117.70s. So did we leave some on the table? Sure, on that second half. But, we picked up an extra 12 pips from where we covered the first half. So overall, it was a 32-pip trade. And we'll take that. We could have, today could have been a 100-pip day for us easily. And we'll show you what we're talking about. But that was a really solid trade. Great way to start the week. The second trade in US dollar, Japanese yen, was a long 118.852. We just scalped it real quick. You can see all this resistance up here. So we just grabbed 4.9 pips. It went a little bit higher from where we got out, maybe another 6 or 7 pips. But we weren't going to be greedy on that trade. This was the killer one. We covered this way too short this morning. Started to come in hard, 118.454. Looking at the chart, especially on, say, a 15-minute chart, it looked like there was a lot of congestion around here, and you could even see it on the 30-minute. Granted, it is in the 20s. But on the 15-minute chart, there was actually more congestion right around 35 to 40. So we got out ahead of that, not wanting to risk too much after having a few awesome, trades. So you don't want to be, up 40 pips and give back half of it in one trade. So we just looked to get out real quick. Total mistake on our part. It came down. It hovered around this support level for maybe half an hour and then busted down. I mean, look at this move. Came all the way down to 117.60. So that's leaving 80 pips on the table right there. Granted, you're not going to cover that, but we could have easily covered this trade somewhere around the figure as we did that first trade from last night in U.S. Japanese yen. But matter of fact is that we didn't, so we grabbed another 2.8 pips on that trade. Euro Australian dollar, this was a trade from the indicator. We were long this 1.15274. This was last evening. Picked up a quick 4.2 pips. Probably got out of this too early as well, You can see there's some tops here, 1.51446 or so, 45. Should have held out to get a little bit closer to that. Got to figure that's at least 8 to 10 pips there. Could have held out to see if it gets to the half figure, 1.51500, which it did, and busted through that, ran all the way up into the 80s. So again, that's we're leaving 50 pips on the table here. Okay, you're not going to get the top, but easily left 20 to 30 pips on the table on that trade. And then pound to Australian dollar. This one was announced long 1.90778. Popped right in our favor pretty quickly. We grabbed 12.6 pips. It was approaching the figure. You got 3 tops there in a figure with this one top of breaking through. It looks like, you could say this is forming a head and shoulders pattern where this is the left shoulder, this is the head up here, and this is the right shoulder. So there was a clear indication just to get out as it approached the figure. So we grabbed 12.6 pips. It ran up a few pips higher from where we got out. That was a really solid trade on our part as far as where we're getting out. And then this sell-off occurred. You could still be in this though. I mean, this trade, when we announced it, I believe this is the area to be stopped out. So it didn't even get close to that yet. So you could very, very well still be in this trade. You'd be down about 20 pips or so right now. So it wouldn't be a big deal if you were going to treat it as a scalp / swing trade or whatever. If you wanted to take our opinion on this out, you'd still be in it. We just grabbed it as a quick scalp, grabbed the 12.6 and ran. So like I said, 5 trades, 56.5 pips, our best day in months. Could have been much, but could have been double that. Easily could have been 100 pips or even more. So that's it. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to monitor, see what happens to Russia. Well, I guess tonight, later on this evening, we'll see when Russia opens and see what's going on. That'll be late this evening around, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night here on the East Coast. And then tomorrow we'll see what happens. I don't know if we'll get a whole lot of action. I mean, it all depends on what Russia does. Tomorrow could be another heavy day, or it could be quite quiet because the Fed meeting starts, and then Wednesday is the announcement, and everyone's going to be watching. So I think it's all going to depend on what happens late tonight and overnight in Russia, Asia, and the rest of Europe. So we'll see how that what happens there. So that's it. We're going to wrap it up. If you're trading now, good luck. If any signals come out, they'll be coming your way, and we'll be back tomorrow assuming we get some action.